Hey man, um, another successful week as far as training is concerned. Sleep wise, definitely could have been better, but been very busy between work and worlds as you already know. But a really good week with some really good training. Um, yeah, nutrition wise, just kind of been doing the best I can, not worrying too much about it, and it's actually resulted in good performance, but definitely that's an area that I could tighten up and probably feel better in training, or just feel better in general. um, but yeah, all things considered, really happy with the numbers this week. Hips and adductors and kind of all that stuff still uh, bothering me, but like not affecting performance, and certainly not where I feel like I'm pushing too much to injury. The only thing that I had to kind of modify in the week was basically dropping a set in the squats or my comp squat day. That's something I had to change, and then instead of pull ups, I did lat pull down just because I'm finding like I'm getting a little bit of kind of aggravation. Not sure if it's from my elbow or from the back of the shoulder, but I'm feeling it when I'm squatting. So I just basically changed that session back to what we were doing previously, just to see if that kind of calms down my shoulder. Not to say that I don't want to revisit pull-ups in the future, but just thought I'd do something where I can be extremely controlled. So yeah, those are kind of the modifications that I ended up making this week. But yeah, and then kind of moving forward, we've discussed in person, but I thought this is a good place to put it. We discussed switching my sumo and my conventional day for the next block, which I think will just help with the kind of adductor hip soreness I'm getting affecting my squat. So just so I have 2 days rest after it, but we can kind of revisit that when we're putting together the next few weeks. But other than that, nothing really to report, so I just go into the training videos. Alright, so rolling through the videos. First one is the squat with chains. This was 215 for a double. Moved pretty comfortably. Yep, nothing really to report. Felt easy and kind of in the right RPE range. And then my sets of 4 with 195, they also felt good. I noticed as the sets go on, I start kind of changing my head position, which is just something I need to be conscious of. Is just fixing my eyes, but all in all, it's good. Then the close grips, which we actually did on the same bench, all felt good. I clipped the rack on the last set, but it's just because the hooks are pretty long. But I'm happy with how this is moving still, and yeah, just enjoying this slight variation on my bench grip. Into session 2, so I had my comp bench. I did 140 as the last warm up. This was 150 for 2. Felt very comfortable. Not super fast, but certainly felt quite comfortable. Here's 160 for 2. Again, this is like a big kind of PB, and it moved nicely, so I'm looking forward to putting 170 on the bar at some point in the near future. And then here's the back offset 142, really comfortable again. And then my sumo deadlifts to follow in the evening. This was in the workshop, so 230 for 2. Looking at it, looks stupidly easy, and felt really easy. So really happy with how this is going. And then my top, so heaviest set sumos I've really done, 240 for a double, and again, extremely easy. Afterwards, I just kind of kept the video of Bryce K giving me some feedback, just in case it's interesting to you or not. But yeah, this felt really good.
Beautiful, man. It's beautiful. How did they feel rep to rep? Did you feel any difference between rep 1 and 2?
The second was a little bit better. First is slightly forward a bit.
Yeah, it looked like you started extending before you were in a position to do so on the first rep. Whereas the second rep, I feel like you kept it a lot closer. Knees locked maybe a little bit earlier. Hips like were later. It was like a knee hip timing thing for the second one. But in terms of like technique, it's perfect, man. Like just keep like refining and then practicing and like using your process to, you know, differentiate the good reps from the bad reps. But in terms of like I don't have any like cues or anything for that. That was great.
Cool. And then followed with some of the drop sets. So 202.5 for really easy sets of 6. Hardest thing about it is the breath. It just gets a bit tiring, but yeah, super comfortable and starting to feel and I think look more natural. Now comp squat day. Warm-ups, hips felt tight, as I've kind of said now 1,000 times from the sumos, but once I warmed up, the top work all felt very good, and then just I guess after resting from my top set, my hips just got a little tight, but nothing to worry about. It feels fine now. So this is my last warm-up at 210. And then my first working set, 230 for 3. A little bit less than last week's 232. Moved nice and easy. You, again, were kind of present for those. And now my top set, 240 for 3. I think previously my best with this weight was a double. So this would be a PB. I'd have to scroll back on some videos, but very happy with how it moved. Yeah, and looking forward to kind of seeing what I can do next week if everything feels good. And yeah, so the next is the only back off set I actually ended up doing. So this was 216. Got the chips out. Again, moved nicely. Got a little forward on one of the reps. Cool, into the 2 boards, I guess. The only thing with these, I'd like to see kind of the bar a bit snappier, but it is 160, so it's not a lightweight tool for me. And yeah, never feels like I'm not gonna make it, but it just feels kind of heavy, and I just want to move the bar faster than I'm able to, if that makes sense. But yeah, still feeling solid. And lastly, my conventional deadlift and high rep bench day. This was 225 for warm up. Then my last warm up for single at 245, moved easily and gave me good confidence for the top set. And then 265 for a double. Again, certainly for how sub-maximal it was, this is for sure like the strongest my deadlifts felt, but maybe not an actual PB double, but really happy with how it looks and moves. And then my drop set's at 225. Cool. And lastly, the high rep bench. So 125, 3 sets of 7. Felt extremely sub-maximal. I think I marked the RPE as 7 because I don't know what would happen if I was doing more than 10 reps, but it feels very easy and never like I'm gonna kind of fail at all.